Next up, I knew it, but you told me about this. You want to discuss it. WWE Buys AAA, the number 2 Mexican promotion at the moment. Anyway, now, obviously we have to talk about it. It's an enormous deal for WWE and wrestling in Mexico and even South America, because WWE is intending on expanding in South America with the AAA brand. Vikingo, El Hijo del Vikingo was in the crowd at WrestleMania Night 1. He even interfered in one of the matches. Vikingo was also not too long ago seen in AEW. He was like maybe one of their new biggest stars, and then all of a sudden they forgot about him once again. Anyway, this is enormous news, basically, for a seismic shift in WWE. Triple H, actually, in the press conference, and that described AAA as traditional lucha libre. I was like, they might have been that for like the first 10 years, but then overly got Americanized over time as well. It's like CMLL is the other outfit's major promotion in Mexico, and they're way more. They are traditional lucha libre, and AAA is very much not these days. Triple H said on the post-show press conference, we want to make sure that not only exists but continues to thrive and continue to grow, said Levesque about AAA. A self-proclaimed fan of lucha style, he stressed the importance of having diverse styles in the industry, while WWE has a signature approach. The newly minted 2-time WWE Hall of Famer made it clear he is not looking to overhaul the genre. I'm looking to keep traditional lucha libre as traditional. Well, obviously you're not going to be with AAA, but whatever. Within that world, and just help it grow. Conan, who books for AAA back in 2013, actually advised Dorian Pena, not to sell AAA back in the 2010s, because he was like, do not do that, because these guys, the minute they don't like something, they're going to get rid of us, said Conan back in 2013. The minute we do something they don't like, they're going to change it, and there's nothing we can do about it. We can't give them this type of power. So the positives and negatives there of WWE buying AAA, where do you see all this?
Well, it's great for WWE, because look at what it opens up. It opens up all of South America, and it opens up all of Mexico for the big WWE shows. And this is all of a sudden like, if you have a carnival in town, but then the big circus comes in, well, where are you going to go? Where are you going to spend your money? Because now they opened up, basically South America is a whole new continent they've opened up, with a lot of big cities, big towns, and their economy is not the same, but the TV rights, they will make more money than, I can't say more money than they've ever made before, but they are continuing to grow. And I will think that the AAA setup now, I think Conan, he won't be there. They will send him home, maybe with a little severance package or whatever. But he's handled that for the last 10 years, I think.
He's been booking for a while, yeah.
So, and I think they had all those guys there at the conference. And I didn't even hear about this to the day of WrestleMania 2. That's when I heard about it.
Neither did anyone else. That's the problem. A lot of so-called wrestling journalists were all of a sudden like, "Oh yeah, I knew about this. I knew about that weeks ago."
No, they didn't know about it they would have posted about it.
Yeah.
If a wrestling journalist said, "Oh, we heard about it, but we didn't want to say anything prematurely," well, they don't stop them on anything else.
Exactly.
I mean, so why would they say, "Oh, well, we got so much respect for AAA that we didn't want to do it"? Bullshit. But they haven't heard it. But I think it's, and I think Pena, I think the guy, the head guy, he wanted to be done with it anyway. Mm. They actually tried to sell it some time ago, I think. But of course, they weren't going to find a buyer like WWE, because WWE, they're not going out of business tomorrow. So I think that is a great acquisition for WWE. but now they're all under one system. So if you piss one system off here, the head system won't use you. So it's just more of wrestling.
Homogenization. Could it be that?
Yeah, it's like say, well, I got a bunch of companies, but you screw up at one company, well, you're banned. You're not going to get a job with the big one. So it's remains to be seen, but I think they will do record business in South America. They ain't been to South America before.
WWE has, yeah, very occasionally they've done tours.
But now I think they will go they'll find out they're good spots, and they will probably go to them at least once a year. But see, and that South America is entertainment starved anyway. So, but we'll see what happens. But actually, I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out.
Do you know who the champion of AAA is at the moment?
Who is it?
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio.
Gone.
I don't know. He may not be gone.
Well, that's the question. I mean, because he had that trouble in Tijuana a couple of weeks ago where he fought a fan and then someone threw a chair at his head. And now he's banned from performing in Tijuana for, a few months or whatever.
Well, he's pretty well established in Mexico. I don't think they will get rid of him right off the bat. I think they'll put him on they may not tell him this, but they'll put him on a probationary period to see how he does, because he is over in Mexico. So we'll see what they do with it.
He's over with the chair throwing public.
Hey, I really enjoyed that little fight he had.
That was amazing.
But hey, he's got guts. He is not afraid. But what he better be afraid of walking out in those crowds is getting a knife stuck in him. Because hey, when he's a heel, he's a full-fledged heel. I'll say that for him.
A fella wrote in for Ask Dutch Anything, and I don't think he put his name down, but anyway, he wrote and said, now that WWE has bought AAA, should AEW purchase CMLL or even consider buying New Japan Pro Wrestling? Where does Tony Khan go from here? Do you think this is going to be like a gold rush of trying to buy up promotions now?
I don't think Tony Khan's going to go after CMLL, because now now it's a worldwide fight. And CMLL is the secondary promotion in Mexico.
It's very much the top one again. A few years ago, you were right. A few years ago, CMLL was dead, and now it's just totally. And now they're selling out tickets like they probably never have before.
Oh,
doing
I didn't
amazing
hear that.
business at the moment.
But they're traditional lucha libre, right?
Yes.
And see, WWE, they have to watch taking that lucha libre style away, because that was traditionally been associated with Mexican wrestling. And all of a sudden, you hear things now, I don't watch wrestling anymore. They could soon be hearing that in Mexico. I don't watch it anymore because it's changed so much. But again, that's a big undertaking. So let me ask you this. What do you think AAA, what the deal is? How much money transferred hands?
That's a good question, because I'll tell you what AAA that people aren't talking about that they have over 3 decades worth of tape library as well, and they've got established television deals there that are worth something, and a load of contracts and the name and everything else, a load of trademarks. I mean, who knows? They could have paid $50 million for it, for all I know. They could have paid more. I mean, it is a fairly well-established brand, so it could have been 9 figures, for all I know, but it would have been a lot.
$1 billion?
No, I don't think it would have been $1 billion, but it could well be in the hundreds.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe, well, hell, I can think anything. About 20
you don't
bucks,
have to.
20 bucks and a taco. How's that? They said, okay, come on in, you got it.
The thing is, you don't have to.
But
because
I think it's in the hundreds of millions.
TKO is a publicly traded company. We'll find out soon enough how much they paid for it. Do you want
and how can How can you find out? Just by they got to disclose it?
Yes, but that'll be in quarterly reports. So when the next quarterly report's out, we'll see it.
That's one thing that we all need to know because I'm interested in it too. I'm going to say, well, of course, it's Mexico now, so things will be lowered, I'm sure. But I'm going to say, you say 50 to 100 million?
I was probably lowballing it then. I'm actually going to say 250 million. That's my guess.
I was thinking 200 million.
Okay.
Because 200 million, that's for eternity or until they want to get rid of it. So, okay, say we're the Pinas and we're sitting there and they said, we'll give you 200 million for this. What? Hell yeah. I would put my signatorio on there immediately. Just send me a check and you got it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, that is a huge, huge undertaking. But look at the network they're going to get from it. All those stations in South America and wherever it plays, because their syndication is strong, really strong. So, but we'll say 200 million is what I'm going to say. And you saying 250?
Yeah, we'll do over under. So yeah, under 250 you win, over 250 I win then. So we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough.